and computers, so that young people can actually come, those who don't have devices can actually come and access resources that we do have in Ajira, which are trainings, you have mentorship, you have e-learning opportunities.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Mwangi Monday. I've been having an amazing conversation with Dr. Ehud from the Ajira Digital Program, which is amazing because it's a solution for the youth. And we have ascertained that there's a great youth presence on this continent, and these are very amazing solutions that they are receiving in order to be able to become a citizen who is employed and maybe even self-employed and is able to raise some capital and look after themselves. I want to read something here. It says the Ajira Digital Project seeks to position Kenya as a choice of labor destinations for multinational companies, as well as encouraging local companies and the public sector to create a digital work. And I wanted to know, has this worked? And I saw that Nairobi has been ranked as the 12th best place to work on the African continent. And I think this should be a win for Ajira as you create a digital savvy workforce. But has this happened?
We are almost there, actually.
Good.
The country has really embraced digital economy as a solution for many of the problems that we have been tackling as a country. And our goal as Ajira is to make Kenya leading freelancing hub in Africa.
Okay.
If you look at the contribution of the ICTs and digital economy for the last 2 years on our GDP, it just points to the fact that the importance of embracing technology and the solutions therein is becoming a very important and pertinent a solution for businesses in the country, as well as for our social life and for job creation. Okay. So for Kenya, this year we know that the digital economy is likely to contribute around 7.2% of the GDP, which is equivalent to around 880 trillion. It's expected by 2025 this will almost triple to 1.4 trillion, which will be equivalent to 9.25%. So it means that Kenya is in the right path to be leading and a choice destination for digital and digitally enabled work. We are creating Silicon Savannah right here in the country, and the whole issue is because all the conditions are right. The policy, the actors, and also the willingness to push things forward.
And I liked that we were ranked 12th, you know. I think it was the expatriates, I think, who judged us, but we were ranked 12th as the best place to work on this continent. So I think that's amazing. It says on your site that phase 1 was going to provide training for 10,000 youth, 8,000 experienced online workers with basic soft skills, and introduce online work skills, and 2,000 experienced online workers with skills to scale up their business, and mentorship for the new online workers through hand-holding by the experienced online workers, thus enabling young people to work online and earn an income with dignity. And then, of course, this will contribute to the country's objective of a globally competitive, knowledge-based, middle-income economy. And that's a mouthful. But I was like, the objective was very specific, and I'd like you to tell me, how did it go? But whenever we're executing a project, there are successes, there are challenges, and then there are learnings. What have been the successes of the project, which I think you've named some? What are your challenges, and what are the key learnings that we can take out of this?
Yeah, from 2006, the Ajira Digital Project has been operating, and basically when we started, of course, it was prototyping, being able to start introducing the concept of online work and creating awareness around online work and the importance of the country reflecting that online work can be a solution to youth employment. And so there was a program that was funded by a Rockefeller Foundation at that iteration, and KEPSA was really working in partnership with Government of Kenya. But of course the program is owned by Government of Kenya through the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs. So KEPSA was a partner, was an implementing partner by then. And so our work was primarily to train young people, create awareness of the opportunities around online work, but also provide some mentorship for those young people who wanted to transition to start working online. So we also build the capacity of some of the online workers by then, so that we are creating a larger ecosystem of actors who can support the growth and thriving of the entire online work ecosystem. So since then, the program has really expanded. We were looking at establishing physical infrastructure across the country to roll out the entire program. So we started with a few centers, but right now we are well over 300 centers that are situated in every constituency in this country.
Every constituency, every county?
Every constituency in every county, there are Ajira centers, and they are well over 300 as we speak right now. And that number continues to increase as we partner with different political offices as well as national government offices to avail spaces that are available for Ajira to use as job centers, as training centers for young people, especially those who cannot access physical spaces.
Yes.
So the program really
or
has...
even online, because I was going to say, does it mean that I have to have internet, which might not be, everybody might not have it. So, but if I come to the center, then I can access what I need and I can get my training and then begin to get these tools now to equip me to be able to do online work.
Yeah, precisely. Actually, that's the whole thing. For you to be able to be effective, there are three things that you need to consider. You must have access to internet. So because everything that we do, we are using the power of internet to change lives. The second thing that you do, you must have devices, either a smartphone or access to a computer. And the other thing is that you must have some space in which you can work. So Ajira Digital is providing those three key ingredients and in terms of infrastructure that then will support people to be able to thrive on the online and digitally enabled ecosystem. So it means that government is providing internet for free. It means government is actually creating those spaces which are physical spaces hubs. Like these ones, hubs, and equipping them with laptops and computers so that young people can actually come. Those who don't have devices can actually come and access resources that we do have in Ajira, which are trainings, you have mentorship, you have e-learning opportunities, there are jobs in there. So there are many resources that can be found at ajiradigital.go.ke. And young people from all over the country have now able to do that. So if you have a smartphone, you can do that. If you have a laptop in your house, you can do that. But then if you don't have, there is a physical space where you can actually go to the nearest Ajira Youth Empowerment Centers, which are located in every constituency. And this is a program that is in partnership with the national government Constituency Development Fund.
So the CDF fund. That's really good. So I think my last question will be around mentorship, but I think as the young person out there, we really cannot say that you don't have opportunities. I think the Ajira Digital Program is providing you an opportunity because this is Mwangi Monday. We discuss all things governance. And we started this channel because people feel sometimes helpless and they feel like they don't have hope. But the different visitors and guests that we've brought here and programs and platforms that we have introduced you to is so that you understand that there are opportunities. So I really urge you, and nobody's paying me to do this. This is not a paid promotion. I'm just doing this because I want you to get something that you can do with yourself and become, successful and able to look after yourself and follow your dreams and your passions and gain access. But I am going to ask the last question on mentorship. You said there's mentorship. And my own life, being a testimony, it is very hard to mentor some people. But maybe you have a formula. How do you mentor them? How do you follow up? And how do you ensure that the mentorship is effective? I think is what I'm saying.
Yeah, our program, for you to really be able to have the right skill, a mentorship then is important because you can have the knowledge, you can have the skills, but you need to have practical experience on how to navigate through online work. For example, how do you manage to open an account with some of the international work platforms? How do you bid? And so having a mentor who helps you to practically go through that whole process, help you to execute some tasks, because mentors usually are experienced people, so they already have gone through the motions of opening accounts. They already have now established clients, and so when they bid, sometimes they have more work. So mentorship means that they are able to work with you, help you to get practical hands-on experience of how to do online work, so that then when you are left alone on your own, you are able to do that. And so this has been one of the most successful factor for us, because without proper mentorship, there is really, you don't know the nuances of how to go through an issue. We also have understood that young people, since now they're passionate about this. You see, online work and digital economy is really for young people. They're the ones who are driving it. So there are people who are passionate about it, and then they're self-motivated to do it. And so once they are anchored to a mentor, we are able now to see good results. The interesting bit I can tell you, for example, is that since last year, we have doubled the number of people working online. So this year we conducted a survey that showed that 1.2 million young people are actually earning decent income from the online and digital economy. Now, what was more interesting is the fact that the amount of money they're earning every month was well over 20,000, meaning it's way above the minimum average wage for a Kenyan. This is really all a part of many factors playing into place, and mentorship was very key in terms of being able to expose young people pretty quickly and well. And also in large spaces, like for example, you can work locally, you can work in the region, you can
as long as you have your internet, your tools, and your equipment.
And that's what mentors are meant for, to help you expand on your knowledge and the training to be able not to tap the full potential of the digital economy.
Okay, maybe the last one is what have you learned?
Digital economy and online work is real work. And then one of the things that I keep on saying is that I didn't know that actually, even in my own personal capacity, I'm now actually an online worker. I'm actually a digital worker because I work remotely. But then I had never learned the skills of how to commercialize my skill through monetizing through digital solutions. So I think we are inviting everyone to relook, and so let's not stop saying, they are not jobs. Let's just look at ourselves, look at what you can do, look at what technologies can work for you, and then move on. Accountants, we're asking, can we have a virtual CFO for micro and small enterprises? How do we digitize the entire of Gekomba? How do we bring in people who are going to promote and do digital marketing for small business enterprises? So you are a marketer there, you can do something. You are aspiring to be a marketer, you can do something. So the whole thing is this: I think with the expansion of opportunities within the digital economy, everyone has a space. And so this is very important for every Kenyan, irrespective of where you are. And mostly for the young people who are really looking for entry-level opportunities to earn a living and of course make their lives better.
Excellent. Yeah. I've really enjoyed our conversation. I hope you have, and I hope you're looking for Ajira. I think you said government.
Ajira Digital, www.ajiradigital.go.ke.
Please look for them. Look for the nearest center near you, and become an empowered Kenyan and do something with your life, And I can't wait for them to digitize Gekomba, because, Gekomba has some amazing things. It's just the idea of how we're going to get there is quite dramable. So if you bring it to us, that's good. And I too never thought I would do online shopping. I am the best online shopper right now. I'm very happy, and the product just comes to me. It's absolutely amazing. So I engage. And the next 2 weeks, 1 week, Shitako is going to have a conversation with Dr. Ehud, and the other week, Gloria is going to have a conversation. And they're young people, so I'm really looking forward to what they're going to talk about. But Dr. Ehud, thank you so much. God bless you. See you next Monday.